Welcome back for another video, guys. In this video I'm going to cover what I've picked up through the month of June. So I won't count like big haul videos that I got for a good deal. This will be mainly pickups of stuff that I found at various stores like Goodwill, Gamestop, stuff like that. So yeah, they're like miscellaneous pickups. So that way I don't have to make a big long video of everything that I got. So without further ado, let's start. Now there's certain things I've been eyeballing for a while that I've been wanting to get, and that's like the original Xbox. There's certain things, I know you guys seen that I've got like a HD CRT TV, so I'm going to show you the first thing that I picked up. And so I got these. Now these are like Xbox 360 component cables, but these are actually custom modified component cables, modified for the original Xbox. So if you can see, like this is original Xbox cable modified. So this one has optical in there and everything, so you can get the optical audio. I believe they 3D printed this thing on there, but it's a nice configuration. So I wanted to see how component cable would look on my CRT TV. So that was my main reason to get it. And as you guys know, those monster cables for the original Xbox components, those are impossible to find. And if you do find them, they're for about $70 to $90. And so with eBay charging shipping and all that, you're gonna spend like up to another $8 or $9 tax, shipping, and all that combined. So it could be up to like $100, and I wasn't gonna spend that much for that cable, man. That was just impossible. So there's one guy on eBay, I think his name is TK's Custom Modz. So he does these cables, and he has like several different ones that he does. And so I think one of them was by Rocket Fish that he converted into original Xbox components, but he also would convert like I said, the 360 component cables, which he says that these were actually pretty good. They're gold plated and all that. And so yeah, I actually plugged these into the Xbox and they look amazing. Compared to what I did was I have a pound cable paired with the M cable, which still looks amazing. And when I compare the two, this definitely looks great, but the M cable combined together with the pound cable, even though the pound cable sucks, made it look just as good. So one thing I noticed was that the M cable does smooth out all the edges, so it did make it look a little bit more smoother than the component cables. But that leads to the next thing. So I've been trying to get my hands on this for a while. I'm just gonna find the right package for it. Yeah, here it is. So you guys are probably either or you don't know, but there's this guy that has a website named Chimeric Systems. So I think I've seen this on the Retro RGB channel, something like that. So this guy makes HDMI to Xbox, like a scalar cable. So, and it's made with like good shielded components, and it's supposed to be like the best picture you can get from an HDMI cable compared to like Pound and all those other off brands. So to try to get this right here, which I'm going to open up right now, there's like a long wait in line to get it, and I've been trying to get it every single week. And I mean, shoot, there's no wait list really. It's just first come first serve actually. So every Sunday he would update and go like, all right, 6 a.m. in the morning, I'll update my stock and you gotta get on first come first serve. So there's a couple times I tried to get it couldn't make it in time. If you weren't fast with putting in your credit card number, it would sell out like that. So that happened 2 times in a row, and then the 3rd time he ran out, so he didn't even have any stock. So finally he said he would update the stock and have twice the amount, and I was able to finally get one of these cables. So what I'm gonna do is, I waited to even, to make this video before I opened it up. So what we're gonna do is take my trusty gold scissors and we're gonna cut it right open and see what it looks like, and hopefully I got the right thing. So I was really excited to get this in. It's like I've been waiting the whole year to get this. Here it is. So it even comes sealed and everything like that, and so far it's looking good. Let's cut into that. So yeah, so it's another 3D printed case that he makes, and it comes with the shielded cable. And you can tell, like, this and this, they're identical, because they got to get these parts and put it together. So it feels pretty good. I can't wait to plug it in. It has an HDMI cable in there. So I didn't get the one with the optical out because they had an option to get the one with the optical plug in there, but I hardly use optical audio, so I didn't feel the need for it. So I got that. It is a little bit more expensive if you did get the optical output. So yeah, I got it, and that's why I wanted to bring that up, was because I wanted to compare the two, and because the pound cable wasn't like the best video output you can get, because you would get scaly lines and all that stuff on the screen. I never experienced it, but other people say they have. I wanted to see how the best HDMI cable would compare, paired with the M cable, would compare to component cables. Now somebody had told me I should run these through and then convert it to an HDMI, and it'll have the most superior picture. So if I do get a converter, to convert this to that, I would definitely want to see how that looks too. But all these already cost me a good amount of money. These component cables, instead of paying like 80 to 90, the guy had it for like $24.99, which is damn good. So I don't know if the monster cables are more superior to this or not, because I've never seen those cables. But from what I've seen, and I had to make a video on that, I will show you guys. I've been trying to make a video forever. So yeah, so the Chimeric Systems HDMI cable, I am excited to plug this in and see how my Xbox games run on there. So that's that. Like I said, they're about 50 bucks, so it is kind of pricey, and you got to be fast. You got to wake up in the morning and be fast to get one of these. So I've been pretty diligent about it, and I got it. So I can't wait to put this on and see how it looks. So let's do the next thing. So to add to that, the same guy from Chimeric Systems, he has the OGX 360. So this particular device allows you to plug into your original Xbox, and then you can you plug the USBs in there, and basically you can run an Xbox 360 controller through the USB port right here. So you had like one of the wireless receivers for computer or whatever, or from Microsoft to Xbox 360 controllers. You can actually run like 360 wireless. So, which beats the hell out of having the Logitech controllers, because I have 2 Logitech controllers, and the triggers, man, I was playing like Hunter the Reckoning games that require you to press the trigger a lot. The the Logitech controllers actually are really stiff on the triggers. So otherwise the controllers are great. You know, they're highly sought after. They're worth like 40 to 50 bucks, maybe even more now. So I wanted an alternative because I was just tired of just pressing at that trigger, and my fingers are getting tired and sore. So I wanted an alternative. At the same time, wanted something with more range, so when I do, you know, start making videos on my older consoles, I would have a good range and not disconnect, because those Logitech controllers, they actually only have a limited range, and for the time they were at the top of their game. So I got that, and actually today on top of that, I bought the 8-bit dough. So, which I'm gonna open up right now. So I guess both of these, like, I think this costed me another like 50 or 60 bucks, and then you would have to pay another $20 to get this 8-bit dough wireless receiver, and this would allow you to play pretty much almost any controller from basically 360, PS3 and up, all the way to current controllers. And you would be able to just plug this into any USB port. For instance, like a Switch, that's what a lot of people have been using it for. You can plug into PlayStation. And then you could also plug this into this OGX 360. And then now you could use any controller, a PlayStation 2 controller, a Xbox One controller, Xbox 360. You can even do like a Wii controller. So you can do all of that in one. And I'm trying to see how I can. So it comes with like instructions on here on a sticker. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Pretty cool piece. And then you have this little button right here that you press to connect it. So yeah, I don't want to mess around with it right now, but this pretty much comes out and becomes a USB, and you just plug it in. Matter of fact, yeah, they put this sticker in here, and there you go. It was kind of difficult to come out, but I'm just gonna stick it on the box. And luckily I went to Best Buy. This was the last one that they had. I didn't want to order online, so I got it. So here it is. As you can see, it's like bricks. So they kind of make it look like the Super Mario bricks. So what you do is just do that, plug that in, and then bam, you plug this into the first player controller. And unfortunately, this only works, you know, for one player. Because you need, if you want to play like 2, 3, 4 players, you would need another one of these 8-bit dough receivers. So a total of 4. But for me, I mainly play by myself, so it didn't really matter. I didn't want to buy the receiver for the Xbox 360 because the official ones are actually kind of pricey. I just noticed that this USB is really tight. So hopefully I don't break it while, you know, trying to pull this out. But I'm going to leave it right there for now. So if you guys do get this OGX 360, this thing is tight in there. And I've actually read reviews where they said it was pretty tight. But I don't plan on using this for anything else anyway, so I'm going to keep it in there for now. I do not want to break it, especially when I just got it. So we'll put that to the side and we'll move on to the next item. Now we'll move on to the games. So I just got this in the mail. So let's open these up. And I know what this is. At least they made it where I don't have to use a scissor. Alright. Open that bad boy up. Here it is. I got Tenchu 2. So I've been wanting to play this game lately, so I got it. Not in the best condition ever, but I got it for like $8. And let's see, but the disc is in actually superb condition. The case probably just needs a little cleaning, or you could, you know, has some cracks on it, so it needs like a new case. It's got instruction manuals in there, and it's kind of funny because, like, you know, I go Goodwill shopping and all that stuff, and you know, my thing was like, ever since I started, I always wanted to find a Tenchu game, right? So yeah, everything looks great. You know, the manual's great. It's just the jewel case is kind of funky, but that's nothing. So I would always be like, man, I always want to find Tenchu, you know, at Goodwill. That was my thing, right? And I never found it. You know, my whole 7 years of thrifting, never found a Tenchu game. But kind of funny, I was just like, all right, I want to play this game again, because I used to play this game with my cousin, and we used to like create because they have a what do you call it, like a map creator in this, like map creator mode in Tenchu 2, where you could, like, you know, set up traps and all that stuff and place guards in different places, and then you actually could run a scenario. So we would like make scenarios for each other to play to see who could beat it. So I want to go back and just mess around with it. And so I always wanted to see, you know, if I could get this game for a decent price. And normally this game goes for like 20 and up on eBay and all that. So I just happened to look on eBay. I typed in Tenchu at work, and I saw that somebody was selling it for $8. And come to find out, Goodwill was selling it for $8. So I bought it. And normally I wouldn't, because, like, you know, I'm against Goodwill like selling their own stuff online, because they're starting to mark up their stuff. But if they're selling for $8 and it's like $16 or whatever, less than what you would get it for on eBay, fine. So it's kind of like my wish still came true, you know, because I've wanted to find Tenchu at Goodwill, and I find it at Goodwill's eBay account. So I still got it from Goodwill. So yeah, you know, let's just say God works in mysterious ways. Yeah. So anyways, let's move on to the next. Now I actually have a Goodwill bag right here, and show you a couple things I picked up from Goodwill. So I think I got these for about yeah, they were half price, because they were listed at $7.99 a piece. So yeah, I found a couple 360 games. So I got Dragon Ball Raging Blast, and I don't think it has a manual in there, but that's alright. The game's actually in really good condition, even though the box isn't, so that's not a problem. And Dragon Ball Raging Blast goes up from like 15 to 20 bucks on eBay, so I got it for half off, which is like for $4. Not bad. And I never played Raging Blast. I was really never into the Dragon Ball games like that. I think the last one I played was like Burst Limit or something like that. So the next one that came up was the Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. So that's definitely good. I got this for PS3, but I play Xbox more, so it was good that I got this. And this is the one that comes with like the secret characters like Freddy Krueger, Scarlet, you know, Rain, and all that stuff. So is it Rain or Noob Sabat, whatever. So I got this also for $4, and I mean, the disc is immaculate. Comes with instructions. Everything looked great. The guy left like his cheat codes in there, which is always pretty funny. But yeah, it was good to have, because a lot of people regard this Mortal Kombat to be like the best Mortal Kombat that came out, you know, before it like went to shit. So, and I agree too, because I haven't really played much of these Mortal Kombats, especially the newer ones. And yeah, I mean, look, the characters look great in this game. They're designed to how they're supposed to be. And you know, a lot of people complain about, you know, the new Mortal Kombat, they look woke and the female characters look like men and all that stuff. And I feel the same way. You know, like you can't fuck up the female characters. Like why? You know, why are you making them all look like men for, man? You know. So yeah, I mean, you'll find plenty of videos of people talking about it, but yeah. So let's see. Now let's go to the next piles, which is GameStop's been doing a lot of like sales lately, and they've been doing like 4 for $20 for $9.99 games. So I just been picking up a lot of games that I didn't get, or you know, that was just, I found that was cheap and was interested. So this ranges from, you know, different consoles and all that stuff. So the first wave that I got of the 4 games for $9.99 and under, the first one up is Recore. I heard this game was good. Heard it had a lot of potential, but it just didn't get a lot of, you know, hype. Heard it's like a good, you know, RPG shooter type of game, and it has like pretty decent achievements in there too. And I always was interested in it when I first saw this game, you know, when they showcased it, but never got around to playing it. I wasn't really into gaming as much at a certain time, around the time when this came out, so I kind of passed it up. And so for, you know, $5 basically what I got it for, you can't beat that. Any game you get for like $5 and under, it is a steal. So I picked it up. You couldn't beat that. Next game is up is Dynasty Warriors 7. So I had to get that. I got like almost all the Dynasty Warriors. I like playing Dynasty Warriors. Some people think it's a redundant game, but I mean, I grew up playing it, you know. My first Dynasty Warriors I played was Dynasty Warriors 3. Me and my cousin would like just play that all night, man. Just grinding and grinding and grinding. So it has some sentimental values. I think this was like the last good Dynasty Warriors before like it went to shit. Because what is it, Dynasty Warriors 8 or 9? That was a crappy one. So this one, I mean, it's good. I only played it at my friend's house back then, but I mean, I still enjoy it, like, you know, up to Dynasty Warriors 5 before they changed everything. Everything got just, it was too fantasy at that point. Like, I liked it when it was more, it wasn't really realistic, but it kind of kept closer to the image of the old school Chinese generals and all that stuff before they started giving them like all these fantasy costumes and stuff like that. It just didn't seem realistic to me. So I beat the one before this, Dynasty Warriors 6. Got all the achievements and stuff. So one day I wish to like start this one and possibly max out the game. It's a really time consuming game, but you know, got this one for $5 as well. And I forgot to check. So I mean, it's in good ass condition too. Actually, no, I lied. This one is in, it has a little scratches on there and stuff like that. But like I said, I plan to get a JFJ cleaner or something like that, buff it out. So not a problem if I get scratched up games. I'll fix them myself. So here's another game that I picked up. Because when you go to like GameStop, it's like when you're trying to get that 4 for $20, it's hard to find everything in one store. Generally, like, you know, one store may have something you want, the other store doesn't. So sometimes you gotta like buy like 3 games that you want, and then one that's just $9.99, and you gotta go to another store to return to get it. So these games I didn't have to do that, but I just picked this game, which is called Pass Cure. I just picked it because the guy kind of reminded me of John Wick. You know, I don't know anything about the game. It's for $9.99. It looked cool. It says like a psychological thriller. It's probably one of those more easygoing, you know, games. It says it has like action, stealth, psychic abilities. So I don't know. It could be good. It could be bad. I don't know, but looks like an interesting play. So check it out. You know, leave a comment if you guys think this game is shit or if it's good, because I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I don't really got to check Xbox One games because these are impossible to scratch, man. But I got that. So I just like to judge games by its covers a lot. So like sometimes if I like the cover, I'll buy the game. It's just how I am. So last one for that set is Just Cause 3. I always hear good things about this game. I never even played the first two, but people always tell me like this is like Grand Theft Auto in the jungle or whatever. So, and to me, like I like Mercenaries, so this kind of reminded me of Mercenaries. So yeah, I do want to check this game out. Just Cause 3. They said you don't even have to like really play the other ones, so I don't know. Like, should I play Just Cause 1 and 2 and then jump on this? I don't know. But I do want to check this out. I haven't played like a good open box game in a while, ever since like Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, not open box, but you know, sandbox open world game. Yeah, definitely want to check that out. But at the same time, I walked in and they're like, "Oh, we got Xenoblade Chronicles just came in." So I always wanted this for the Wii, but it was so expensive. And then now that they give you an option of getting something in better, you know, graphics, even though people said like it wasn't as good as they thought it was in graphics overhaul, but anything looks better than, you know, the Wii, fine, you know. So I always want to get into this game and play it. So I picked it up, brand new, still haven't played it yet. Probably got this like maybe a week and a half ago, but I do plan to get on this game. So, because I'm a big fan of the Xenogears and Xenosaga games, so I do want to see like what this is about. Even though I know they don't tie into it, but you know, the gameplay and kind of story and all that stuff should be very similar because it's by the same creators, you know, Monolith Soft, right? So yeah, because I got this and I got the Xenoblade 2 on the Switch. I think I gotta get the other one, like the expansion for it too. So one of these days I'm just gonna have to sit down and play this stuff, enjoy it, because I haven't played a good RPG in a while. Even though I still haven't finished playing Final Fantasy 7 yet, because that's a good one. So yeah, I'm gonna check this out. It's good stuff. Kind of mad because today I was Gamestop, I saw this like, you know, somebody traded it in, so it was like a used copy already, and I'm like, damn, you know, I could have waited. But you know what? It's fine. It's a brand new game. Maybe I will never open it up. I never get around to it, and it'll be worth like $1 million later. You never know. But I don't know. I think they printed plenty of copies for this. So, and then like a week after that, I was still going to GameStop, and I was buying more games, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to another GameStop and take advantage of this 4 for $20 again. So I'll show you guys the first set of games. And I'm a sucker for like, you know, like anime games, stuff like that. So anime looking cover games. So I picked out Indivisible. Now I don't really know what this is about. It looks like a RPG side scrolling beat 'em up game. But if I just read the back, it says RPG action and platforming. So yeah, shows how much I like to read. 20 playable characters. So it looks cool. Looks like a cool game. Single player. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a cool game. The art looks cool. I like the anime aspect of it. So we'll see how that's like. Next game I got was, I saw, you know, this Atelier Maruru. You know, this series has made like so many chapters, and I don't even know which one's number 1 or 2 or 3. I think the first ones that came out were Atelier Iris 1, 2, and 3. So I never played any of those games, but I figured like, hey, for $5, I used to collect a lot of the NIS America games, and I fell off somewhere. So I guess this is a good time to pick up a couple of these games while it's cheap. Yeah, everything's in there. I don't gotta worry about PS3 being scratched because, you know, it's a Blu-ray. Like, I've never seen a scratch Blu-ray before, so you really gotta like put it on in a grinder or something like that. So yeah, you know, another anime type of game, so that's good to be on there. And like I said, I'm a sucker for them, so I saw this on here. It's called Kododama, The 7 Mysteries of Fujisawa, and it's $9.99, so I picked that up as well. The PS4, like a puzzle game or like, you know, some anime dialogue game, dating simulator or something like that, slash mystery. I don't know. For $5, why not? So I'm just like, at this point, I'm just scooping up a lot of the games that are way, you know, super cheap. Like, it's a good time to do that now, because I think they're doing that sale for like, I don't know, they've been doing it for like the whole month, so they're just trying to get rid of stock. So now's a good time, I say, to get like a lot of these games. Here's another game I got. It's called I don't know how to say this. I cannot say this, man. Alright, Descrane, I don't know. So, Desicrene, Desicine, I don't know how to say it, man. Shoot. Daracine, alright, I couldn't read I was reading the label, because I could not read this freaking cursive right here. Yeah, Daracine. So this is supposed to be a VR game. I don't have VR, and the person told me at GameStop that this is supposed to be a good game, you know, if you had VR and stuff like that. But me, I just picked it up because it looked interesting, and it was $9.99, so I got it. Do I have VR? I don't have VR. I do want to get it one day, just check it out. Hopefully it doesn't give me a headache, because, you know, usually stuff like that do. But yeah, I mean, those are the 4 that I got. And then you know, since I got the power up reward stuff, they give you $5 a month. But for some reason, I don't know what, maybe I got a bonus, something like that. And you know, they say I had $10 to use, so instead of, you know, paying $15 for the games, I paid like $10 and some tax. So I was like, well, you know, I came in to spend at least $20 or so. So like, all right, let me go pick up something that I always wanted to pick up. And you know, I know this game is like free on, you know, Games of Gold or whatever like that. Not Games of Gold, but like Ultimate Pass, but I don't have that subscription. And I do like my physical copies. I was like, alright, I always want to pick up A Plague Tale. So it dropped down to a price that I would, you know, definitely pay it for, which is $18.99. Because this game was like for $30 to $40 for the longest. So I got it. This is probably going to be the next game I'm going to play, because I heard it's really good. You know, and they said if you like games like Hellblade, which I always wanted to play as well, because it seems like the art almost like the same, then you'll like this type of game. And you know, I saw like, you know, people play this game, and it was actually really promising. The gameplay mechanics are pretty cool. You know, because pretty much like, you know, you gotta like avoid all these rats and stuff like that. But yeah, it looks like a good game. You know, story looks like it's good, so I definitely wanted this game for a while. So I finally got it, and it'll be another game I'm gonna plug in to play. So maybe I'll play and upload it one of these days. So yeah, that was good, definitely good to have. I think now I just want to get like Hellblade on top of that. That'll complete my little set. 'Cause there's not that many games that I want lately. But yeah, I mean, there's that, and then
3 days later.
Alright guys, so quick update. I got a couple more packages in the mail before I was able to put this video out. So I decided, alright, let's just open this up, because this is still the month of June as of right now. And you know, I'm gonna add it in. That way we could count it towards June, and I don't gotta add it into the next video. And that way I'm not bullshitting you guys. Alright, so just a couple more packages I've been waiting on. Let's open the first one. As usual. We'll get my golden scissors out. Slice that thing in. And here it is. So, The game I got is Terminator Resistance. So this freaking game right here, man, I've been meaning to pick it up because, you know, it's supposed to be a good Terminator game. And when this came out, it was still during like COVID times. So like, I guess not too many copies were out for Terminator as a physical copy. So online, I've seen these going up to like $120 a piece. The lowest I've seen would start at a bid of $59.99. I'm not sure if the game started at $59.99 when they sold it, or $39. But I was like, all right, I gotta get a copy before this goes crazy. And most times when I do buy something like this, they'll do a reprint. But I wanted to play it, and I definitely want to do a playthrough of this. So I'm a big fan of Terminator, especially Terminator 2. And because the rest of the movies after Terminator 2 was shit, this will probably be the best thing to do is play this. And I've seen a couple videos on it, and it looks good. I don't know who's doing the score for this game, but like they actually like got really close to how like Terminator 1 and 2 music was. So it was really nice. I paid about $59.99 for it, so that was the cheapest one I could find. So I figured if the game came out at $59.99, I'll buy it. It is a used game, but if I'm gonna play it, what does it matter? So yeah, I paid basically what full price would be. If they do a reprint, then I wouldn't be too mad. But if I paid like way over what, you know, retail was, well, like I said, I'm not sure at the time of this video if this came out at $39 or $59. So either or, I either paid $20 more or I broke even. But that I'm not really gonna complain about because, you know, it's a game that I really wanted. So here it is. Those of you who have played it, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But I'm gonna find out. So yeah, that's probably one of the most exciting things I've got in the whole list that I got. Secondly, I actually ordered this box right here, which you'll see. Probably like during the time I was filming, because, you know, I got all the HDMI and all that stuff for the original Xbox. And like I said, I do have the M cable for everything, but you know, the M cable actually like stretches out the screen, so it would be like, you know, all widescreen and all that, even though the game was on regular full screen status. So I decided to get something extra for the M cable, and it took me a while to pull the trigger to get this, but I got the MClassic. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to join this with the M cable, because I don't know if it makes a difference, but the MClassic pretty much does the same thing as the M cable, but just a little bit more. And it shows you it has like 3 modes of operations on there. Like you could toggle switches. So you could do it where you can get the anti-aliasing and make the game sharper. And they got a mode that I wanted, which is the retro mode, which allows you to, you know, make the whole game go back into the full screen. Because the TV that I got right now, I'm not able to do it. So basically, I spent $100 just so I could play. Well, if you add it together, I spent like, both M cables costing me about $100. Components cost me about, did I say $24.99 or $30, something like that. So I basically paid over $200 just so I could play this on my TV. So you know, you can tell I love my Xbox, so I don't mind spending extra money for it. Yeah, so basically I wanted to, you know, get this so I can start making videos to show you guys how everything looks. So definitely one of the other items I was excited to get. So it's probably like the best month of pickups that I've ever done so far. But alright, we'll connect to the next part of the video. What else is there? Well, I also got, this isn't a game, but since I was at Gamestop, and they had this Cowboy Bebop Battle the Fallen Angels pop toy. So usually this is an anime moment thing. There's still a lot of these left, but you know, eventually these will go up in value. But I saw this for like $15. You know, usually these goes for at least like $29.99 for these big ones. And because I was stupid and I didn't buy Spike back in the days, and now Spike's worth like 100 something, so I figured I'll get Spike in this box and call it a day, because I'm never gonna pay $100 for Spike unless they just reprint it. So yeah, it's not a game, but I picked it up for a very decent price, so there it is, you know. And I mean, that's about it. Like I do buy pops, a lot of pops on the side, and you know, it's not really a gaming thing, so I'm not really gonna show them unless people want to see my pop collection or something like that. Then I'll show it. But yeah, that pretty much sums up what I got for the month of June. So I've got some work to do. I want to be able to check out this this cable and make some videos on it. That way, you know, you guys could see this TV in all its glory. Because everybody's been wondering how this TV is looking on, you know, not retro games, but you know, like the old. Is it retro now? I don't know. I always consider retro to be like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. But like, you know, the PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, that stuff. So yeah, I definitely want to showcase that. So do stay tuned. It's been too long since I made another video on that TV. So yeah, be patient and I'll put out another video on that. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Put some comments about anything, you know. If there's any other videos you want me to see me put up, let me know. Anyways, it's getting late, so I gotta take my ass to bed. So I will see you guys the next time. Laters.